pickup game these players will ever play in.
Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength, and fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on.
Everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports, not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. He said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be their main focus at the defensive end, and as he put it, Shai's a riddle because he can light it up from outside, he has the speed to get to the hoop, and he knows how to draw the fouls too. Coach hopes that they stay disciplined and they can keep SGA off the line. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. It's Curry outside. Curry with another miss. Now the East All-Stars with it. And that one's good. MP.
And this is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Halliburton. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
It's good. MP's got 8 points.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
Here's Curry. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. MP, that's for 2. Another miss by MP. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the West. They trail by 1. Jokic. It's good on the putback.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that one.
The East All-Stars on offense. Down kicks to MP. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Bankero's checked in for the...
Fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Now here's Booker. Outside Edwards. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Edwards got the lead up to 8 now for the West All-Stars. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Durant is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Edwards in at the 2 guard. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Here's Booker, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Booker hammers it home off the drive.
And once Booker has some momentum, get out of his way, throwing himself towards the rim off the drive.
And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Stephen Curry's checked in for the West.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And it's Leonard missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Embiid is a monster in the lane. Wow.
Inside, Embiid has almost too many options. A lot of ways he can get it done.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
Yeah, that kind of D, pretty typical in this event. Second half may be a different story, but the first half, it's pretty soft.
Now, here's MP. Embiid in the corner. Good ball movement here by the East. Oh, MP makes it look easy.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Brown against KD. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Nobody better at getting inside and finding good looks. KD rarely forces anything, and he usually gets the best shot available.
And MP throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Now, here's Durant. 6 to shoot. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Here's MP. Captain off the break, MP.
I'm not sure he realizes there are 4 other guys on the floor with him. Trying to make this a one-man show.
Yeah, he's got a little black hole going on there. If he gets it, then he's not giving it up to anybody else, and that's really not what this game is about.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And some changes here for the East. Adebayo is checked in for Banchero, and Halliburton subbed in for Brown. Then for the West All-Stars, Zion Williamson's checked in for Leonard, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Durant. 1:16 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside Edwards. Curry finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama, a screen on MP. The West again cannot hit.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. Outside, SGA. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 in the game. Pass to MP. Got a piece of it. Adebayo kicks to MP. Bring it up for MP. A 3.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Curry with it. Halliburton picks him up. Now here's Curry. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the West hit again from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
That'll do it for the first half. West All-Stars lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Halliburton is out there with MP. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Brown, and it's Embiid in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Curry fires from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. Curry's got 8 points.
This is how competitive Curry is. He's got a great competitive spirit. You drain a 3 on him, guess what? He's looking to come right back at you.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Capitalizes off the crossover.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His confidence is what allows him to pull off these moves.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Adjust. The East trail by 9. Back to MP. Durant with the steal. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Here's the 3. And it's the East with the rebound. On the wing, Brown. Back to MP. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The West leading by 7. Here's Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
MP right side. Puts it up from 12, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
Blown opportunity there. He's got to have a short-term memory. Forget about that.
That one goes in. KD's got the lead up to 11 now for the West All-Stars.
Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
Count it. Good.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
The 3, it's Curry. That time on the assist by Durant. Curry's got 15.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. So it'll be Jaylen Brown shooting. It's on Kevin Durant. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
A shot by Curry, no good. The East trail by 9. Bank shot, no good.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Pass to Jokic. Some nice passing here by the West. Wembanyama! Big man with big range.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Deflects the pass. Jokic with the steal. And stolen by MP. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Stephen Curry.
How about MP showing some toughness there, accepting the contact on the way up.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Wembanyama. The West leading by 10. Curry passes to Leonard. Back to Curry. Leonard with the screen on Halliburton. Curry outside. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Siakam kicks to MP. Brown with the bounce pass. Clock at 6. Back to MP. Here's Embiid. Big man play by Embiid off the rebound.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Durant pulling down his sledgehammer.
Yeah, and the number of slams here we're seeing tonight off the charts.
Somebody forgot to tell these guys the dunk contest is on a different night.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Curry passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The wide open look for Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. KD's got 9.
And and they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. West All-Stars out in front, up by 16. And we'll be back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
On the floor for the West All-Stars, Victor Wembanyama is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Booker in at the 2. Embiid finds Banchero. Outside, Adebayo. Back to MP. Pass to Embiid. And he banks in the layup. 14 points for Joel Embiid.
Embiid, such a monster on the inside. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Edwards. From outside, off the mark. The East trail by 19. Here's MP. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And I would say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Curry wide open. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
And some changes here for the East. Siakam is checked in for Adebayo. Brown comes in for Banchero. Halliburton subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. The West also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Leonard. Kevin Durant comes in for Edwards. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Booker. Jokic, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Good work inside by MP there, challenging the defense and forcing the foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
Well, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
With his diverse offensive game, 7 feet tall, maybe a little north of that, and 280 pounds, Embiid might be the toughest assignment in the league.
Jokic, Curry trying to break free.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And he makes the first.
Well, Jokic is a true point center because he can do it all. He'll lead the break at times. He's one of the most unique talents in the NBA.
The East trail by 19. Pass to MP. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The kick out to Brown. A three-pointer off the mark. And so here are the West All-Stars. At the elbow, Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Durant down low. He's covered by Brown. Curry. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
MP, no good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the West All-Stars. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant finds Jokic. Some nice passing here by the West. Here's SGA. Curry outside. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
A three-point specialist. Can't let Curry get any space to fire from the corner. That's a recipe for disaster.
And another miss by the East. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game. Clark, one suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that would perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think, would be helpful.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Embiid. Bam Adebayo comes in for Pascal Siakam. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Mitchell in for Halliburton. Outside Curry. A floater. That's the East with the rebound.
Got what he wanted, but then blew the lay-in. He tricked that one.
Mitchell passes to MP. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Throwing that weight around. Towns with 2 bonus points there.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Doncic kicks to Sabonis. Outside Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings
a disappointing loss for you and your team tonight, MP. What's your evaluation of your performance? You had some good moments, but not enough, ultimately.
I give it an ink.
Back to you, Kevin.
Well, the All-Star game, always a blast, but now it's time to say so long. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
MVP award winner.
A record many consider to be impossible to break. But here tonight, MP has the chance to record more threes in a single season than Stephen Curry's 402 mark. Truly remarkable. Welcome to Tuesday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. We got a good one in store for you. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Well, Doris, the end of the regular season fast approaching. Are most teams where you expect them to be?
No, I mean, there's always some big surprises, right? That's what makes this game so compelling. There's never a way to predict who's going to rise and fall throughout the year. There's always something unexpected.
Let's send you over to the sideline to discuss MP's groundbreaking season.
Thanks, guys. Well, he's been shooting lights out all year long. He's now made the second most triples ever in a season. And, you best believe it, no shot is out of his range. Guys?
Yeah, he's a real flamethrower, isn't he? And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. Brunson and Clarkson are the guard set. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Towns. He played against San Antonio. Towns outside. Pass to Hart. Shot clock at 5. Let's go with a 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Ingram, the pass to MP. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram.
What a quality possession. MP cashing in down low.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Ingram.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Toronto passing it around. Here's Barnes. And that one good.
There's Scotty Barnes in his element. He's so confident in the paint.
New York has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Brunson outside. Pirtle grabs a miss. For Toronto, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's MP. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Misses the 3.
I'd say that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity. Called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Raptors lead by 4. So on the floor for the Knicks. They've got Landry Shamet. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Gershon Yabusele. And it's McBride in at the point guard position. Pass to Shamet. All sorts of time. And he makes it. Shamet's got 5 points.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is eating up all this success.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Washington was a man on a mission. He dropped an amazing number of points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Allie, we appreciate the update. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
To the left wing. Now here's Towns, tightly guarded. Pass to Shamet. Lets the 3 fly. They get the rebound. Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, if you fail to get a body on him, he will go to the offensive glass and make you pay.
Outside Barrett. Here's MP. Takes a 3. Oh, another miss by MP.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
McBride on the wing, guarded by Dick. To the paint, and stolen by Yabusele. Outside McBride. Pass to Towns. The big man, Cat.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A big group substitution here for Toronto. Pirtle's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Barnes comes in for Mobo. Ingram's checked in for Barrett. And Emmanuel quickly subbed in for Dick. A big group substitution here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Anunoby comes in for Yabusele. Clarkson's checked in for Shaman. And it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. And MP throws it down.
There you go, MP. Hammer it home, young fella.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Raptors.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's MP. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
You know, I like to see that kind of toughness from a young player. MP willing to put his body on the line.
Outside Hart. For three. Toronto grabs the miss. Ingram's got his 6th rebound on the night. MP up top. Toronto passing it around. Quickly finds MP. It doesn't go for him.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Clarkson passes to Robinson. Quickly against Brunson. Sneak it inside. It's Brunson.
Yeah, what a beautiful move from Jalen Brunson. Frees himself for an opportunity to put the ball in the basket.
From deep, MP. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Ingram's got 3 assists now in this one. Quickly against Brunson. Screen by Robinson. Clarkson for 3. He buries it from 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Knicks. They lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
For the Eastern Conference, MP.
Well, MP said he's focused on improving each day. And that's what leads.
And in our game with the Raptors, a close, entertaining first half.
Showing they know how to play. Team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there, showing they know how to play.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. More teams are playing 5 out outdoors. So if you're coaching, is that a system you'd run?
It is, BA, because so many players come into the league highly skilled. If you are a 3-tool player, meaning you can shoot it, deck it, and pass it, and you've got 5 guys like that, look out. It is so hard to guard.
Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. MP is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You know this about Scotty Barnes. This guy is an exceptional athlete. That is above the rim.
Clarkson outside. Pass to Towns. It's stolen by Pirtle. The Raptors with a lead. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
The 11-footer. And he didn't get quite enough. with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. Here's Clarkson. Down low. Not going to go that time. Oh, great D that time from MP. Pass to Ingram. Clarkson against MP. Inside. Getting it done inside. MP.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Knicks trail by 3. Clarkson for 3. Sinks it from distance. Clarkson's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, to me, it's always a great sign when the 3 ball is falling for Jordan Clarkson.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Clarkson outside. The 11-footer. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist with that last one. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A. He is a nightmare free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Back over to you, Brian.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Brunson against Barnes, and that one's good for Brunson. Brunson's got 9 points.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Toronto. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Hart, and Miles McBride subbed in for Clarkson.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
Now here's McBride, guarded by Barrett. McBride passes to Brunson. Oh, there's the alley! Pass to MP. Toronto passing it around. Barnes using his length to beat him inside.
I love how Scotty Barnes embraces the challenge of a contested shot. Don't back down, Scotty.
Brunson finds Anunoby. Towns outside. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Such a wide open look. Brunson's got 7 now in this quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Brunson passes to Towns. Puts up a 3. Unable to get that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. MP's shot is off. Knicks trail by 3. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Towns outside. Brunson a screen on Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. Here's McBride. 3-pointer, no good. That'll count. MP getting it done for the Raptors. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. We'll be right back. Well, this has been a great contest so far. Toronto going with subbed in for Shed. New York also changing it up. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. Anunoby comes in for Yabusele. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for McBride. So on the floor for the Knicks. Brunson and Clarkson are the guard set. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, that's Jordan Clarkson creating havoc in the lane. Nice work.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. And so Clarkson nails both of them. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Back to MP. No good with a layup.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Well, let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
Well, this is what they want from Jordan Clarkson. He's in the flow offensively, and so they continue to make sure he's touching the ball.
11-footer is good. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. 2-point game. 11 feet out. Barnes with a rebound. Toronto is going for New York. They've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in. Struggling this fourth quarter. Clarkson outside. Let's loose for 3. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Jordan Clarkson unafraid of a calm demeanor in the biggest of moments. That is beautiful basketball.